Hey y'all, it is May 29th, 2024, and interesting day. It could have been one of my better days, I would say. You know what? Let me not say that. I'm not going to take away from what I know was good, the good part of my day. Not to say that I had a bad day, but when, in my opinion, for let me say this, for what is has shown itself to be true in my life, whenever I feel, well, whenever I am like on the up and up and I'm like, oh yeah, I got this, I just knowing that, okay, yeah, I got this, I'm good, I ain't worrying about it. Oh, what? Message from spirit, what? Yeah. I always seem to fall for the trickery, or as I have referred to it before, the balance. And I don't even know if that's even a good way to put it, because just because I have something good happen, that something bad needs to happen, or whenever, just the opposite. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I guess I still need to maybe explore how I feel about that before again, I am not a know it all, and I'm just speaking from my experience, what has been tested, and, what seems to be a pattern or a trend, something that, okay, well, this happens. And I should have caught that. Um, it was really good to see that I know what I'm doing, and it's being supported, and it's being confirmed. And yeah, so I will, I really need to learn how to anticipate that. Um, what else? What else? Yeah, so more on that later. So I wanted to, because I touched on meditation, but I didn't, because I was like, oh, okay, I did like an added element. I touched on meditation in two videos ago, or whenever it was. Um, I found, I found a 3 hour chakra meditation that I like to fall asleep to while I meditate, and then eventually, you drift off, right? And I found one that has all of them, and I found that once I did that, it just, I'm noticing the changes. And what I'm finding for myself is that I have to test each, because I've done it unaware, but once I found one, fast forwarding to just whenever I recently talked about it, when I found one that I'm just like, oh, this hits. I feel like you have to find what works for you, what vibes for you, because I felt like as soon as I plugged in, like it was just activation, and I'm like, wow, like this, where has this been all my meditation life? But yeah, so not that I was trying to keep it a secret or anything, but I felt like I really needed to touch on that. So I feel like, these different meditations is not one size fit all, in my opinion. At least that's what's been true for me, is I have to find what feels right, what sounds right, and what works. And that did not happen in just a year or 2 years. I've been doing it unaware for many years, and as the years went on, just test this. So yeah. Anyways, so saying all that to say, in my opinion, it's not one size fit all. You have to find what works for you. Um, and I'm reading my notes. It is what it is. I just need to accept the fact that sometimes it's going to come to me off the brain. I can just speak, and then sometimes I'm just going to have to write it down. So look, it is what it is, Keisha. Just accept it, because you're going to rewatch this and you're going to give yourself some grace and just accept that, hey, you have your ways, and then you have your ways, right? So anyways, I feel so much closer to the divine, y'all. Coming out of, it's hermit mode, but I like to say isolation. It's not true isolation to where, but you get what I'm saying. I didn't talk about it before, so I feel so much closer to the divine. And then the clarity that I have now is so just, it's like there's no question at all, and it's to the point where it's like, is this really happening? Like, I'm back at that again. Is this really happening? Like, I'm in disbelief at how it just seems just so crystal clear, and I'm grateful. Oh, yeah, I'm grateful, and I know that I probably shouldn't let me giving gratitude be hindered. I know there are some things that you can't just make readily known, simply because of situations to where, oh well, someone is aware and want to do things to try to tear you, that whatever down, and if you don't know how, or are mindful of protecting yourself from that, then drop my mic, you fall short. And for me, I really hold myself to a certain standard of my behavior and how I present myself, and yeah. This part, you might want to get your notes ready. So, funny thing, so I watched this video that I watched on YouTube about 2 months ago, popped up again last week, and I knew already that was a sign and a message. So I rewatched the video, and let me tell, shouts out to that emperor for one, dropping gems, and just because the information, the action that I took last night, I did 2 months ago, but it didn't stick the way it stuck last night. So this person mentioned a Reverend Ike 2 months ago. I've never heard of him, and then last night I was like, okay, I did research this, but when I went back in last night, his approach, the Reverend Ike, his approach to just how he just get his messages across, what he talks about, was just so refreshing. Like, it was like an instant vibe connection with just his approach, and he was smiling, joking, his vibe was very uplifting, and I applied one of his techniques last night, and then again today, and I'm just like, y'all, I don't know if I'm just accelerating, or I don't know what this is. And again, just disbelief. And I'm just like, I'm grateful. I really am pause. Let me stop. First of all, shouts out to Great Mother, Great Father, my spiritual team, my honorable ancestors, angels, spirit guides, archangels. Also, know why you're here. If you're under sneaky suspicion, if you're here with sneaky suspicion with an ulterior motive, if you're being low vibrational, if you are, what else? Whatever, sending evil, negativity, just know that you consent to your consequence. And that's not my problem if your life goes to shit. I didn't tell you to come here. I didn't tell you to come here. You did that on your own free will. So whatever that reason was, make sure you know why. And that could be for why this happens, why this doesn't happen. And not that I'm saying, and let me say this, I'm not saying this to, for so that habit can wreak in your life. It's just simply, I'm here for a purpose, and I have a job to do, and I'm not about to be hindered doing it. And if you have a problem, please take that up with the Most High, because I ain't got time. It's not my problem. Okay, just need to say that. We're back on. All right, so touching back on what it initially started out with. So I got upset earlier, and I'm not gonna say who was right or who was wrong, but in the end, I knew that the behavior that I displayed, I was above that, and I was so disappointed in myself. Like it just whenever I act outside of myself, it just feels so just disgusting. And then I go through like, this feels nasty, this is gross. And I have to remember, I had to remember my principles. And then I need to give myself grace and nurse myself back into that grace. But in my defense, before I went there, I knew that, okay, so let me say this. My reaction, what I did was I reacted out of fear, because I didn't know what was going on. So, which led me to be, loud. And then, because I thought I was in danger. And then when I talked about it, I wasn't getting any feedback. So I'll leave that there. I'm saying, okay, so hold on. Okay, so obviously, I disappointed myself. But what I'm trying to decide is if I was intentionally being put on the spot to be provoked, or if it honestly truly was lack of communication. But either way, like come on. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to find a way to make myself wrong. I said I wasn't gonna do who was wrong, right? But I don't know. I don't. When you talk to someone, you expect communication, right? It goes both ways, right? Okay. So I pray one day that my immediate company, meaning friends, family, I pray that one day that I can call up or go see, again, in this immediate, so I guess I say in my circle, because I don't really like to say circle, because in my mind I think clicks, and I just, that ain't me. But I pray they're like minded, spiritually connected, healed, mature individuals. And I'm not saying this to make it seem like I'm just snooty and above anyone, because again, this is what I want in my life, in my, circle, if you will. And because I'm saying this is what I want for me. You know, I'm not better than anyone, because clearly, I still can bring the nails out, but you know, I want to be around people who don't, who can, what's the word? What is the word? Because I want to use this word. I can't think of the word. But to, first of all, I feel like if I'm around people like that, I wouldn't even get to that level. And maybe if we're out and I don't know, someone's being an asshole and I'm seeing it and it makes me want to react. I want to be around people who can bring that back down, you know? Because ultimately, I know that my mission is to heal and to help and to assist, in any way that I can. And, I can't do that and be, I can't do that and whatever. But that's ultimately where my heart is at. Not that I seek these people, my ultimate prayer is that these people, or we will be placed on a path together, and I'll know, okay, this person needs this, do that. Because in my opinion, well, not in my opinion, but in my opinion too, but you're going to be, you're going to know who, when, where, and you'll know it. You'll be like, oh, we just happened to, it's all part of the divine plan. So however you want to look at it, however you want to place it, it's all supposed to happen. So, but yeah. Yeah. So anyways, because now I'm kind of a loner, and by my standards, that's okay, because I'd much rather be in my own company and, not have to deal with the things of, circles and cliques. And I don't, I've been a mean girl before. I've been, I just, I've been there, so I know what it's about. And you get to a point, you get to a point where it's like, I'd rather not. And, and then sometimes, it gets pulled out of you, but, you got to look at the circumstances. Does it make you right at the end of the day? My opinion, well, look here. Let me say this. In my opinion, I feel like you got to look at the circumstance. If you're defending yourself, okay, you know what? Hey, if, yeah, I don't know. I don't know it all. I don't know it all. And by just blowing smoke out my ass, maybe that could be somebody's view. I don't know. Could, and that's their opinion. I can't even be mad at that. People look at me and make their own. I don't care. Whatever version of me you got, or or that, be mindful of how you approached me, because I'll take accountability of my actions every single time. You want to question me? Please do, and I will give you the honest truth. You want to question my character, you want to question something I said, you want to question my actions, please do. Because I hold myself accountable at the end of the day. No, just like I'm here, I'm saying, you know what? Yeah, I disappointed myself because I acted out, and it doesn't feel, but that's the thing, at the end of the day, it doesn't feel good to me. I feel I might have brought the nails out, but in the end I'm the loser because I did it. I mean, it might have made the other person feel a type of way, but it the wound is deeper for me because I know better. I don't know what this was supposed to be about, but I'm done. Stay in perfect peace, or as close to perfect as you can.